To Adam he said, because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat of it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. Adam eventually Adam is the one brought the curse to the ground, to everybody. At the beginning, when God say you, now I understand it's a singular. So if Adam did not eat the fruit, and it won't happen, nothing will happen, but it happened. So it's interesting. Well, it's meant to be, I believe. Also, right here is, I think the ground, the whole earth, actually at the beginning is not a ideal living environment. Only the Eden, the Garden of Eden, is kind of lab, a testing environment. Everything is nice. Everything is like all the food, all the supply are full. And the most of the ground, if God used the word cursed, which means the ground is not willingly to produce, to give them enough supply, it's not a good enough ideal environment for human, for God to survive. So it's the whole outside the Eden, it will let those people or early human being have a hard labor work to survive, because after they eat the fruit, after eat the seeds, they cannot stay with heavens or gods anymore. This testing lab, when you mix with the gods and mix with those people, just opened their eyes. The difference between them, the difference, the thinking, the way talking, the acting, everything, it will have a big dramatic conflict. So that's the reason that the whole idea testing ground is sabotage. That's the reason God decided to kick him out. So at this moment, God told him, you will be living in a bad environment, right? You will be live outside with thorn and thistles, those things. And but God used the word, the ground is cursed. So it's kind of like a living things. Right now, it make me even believe abyss is a living thing. Abyss has a life. It's a living thing. And abyss against the heavens, because heaven tried to modify the abyss, tried to made a faraway hometown. But for abyss, I wanted my sovereignty. I want it back. That's mine. So you want to live on me or you want to modify me, I'm against you. So the goodwill at the beginning is create a living environment, ideal testing ground to see it. But the ground is, I'm against you. So I believe that kind of battle is called cursed. during reading these sentences, I suddenly recalled a couple of things. One, there is an old Chinese verse talk about full iron relationship, very strong relationship, bonding. One is both of you were classmates together. Second, you were soldier together. Third, you were criminals, stay in the cell together. Fourth, you both had prostitution together. That's a full iron relationship. In here, Adam, Eve, and the serpent, their relationship, I believe, is kind of like this iron relationship. Why? Because back old time, people only has one robe cover themselves. So when you classmate together, you need to clean your body, right? So you will see each other's naked body, and you will notice each other's intellectual level. You have the assessment. Second, soldier, same thing. Soldier, they don't have much clothes, and maybe one shell, that's it. And then they eat together, they shower together, they shit together, they fight together. They see each other naked, and they assess each other's physical capability. And third is the cell, criminals. Same thing. You assess each other's like deep mind, and you in the criminal, in those places, you don't have much clothes, you're naked, and you have a hard labor, so you assess each other. Prostitution together, well, you both have the same tastes and share the deepest moral certain points of agreement. Okay, so that's, you have a common, you have something bonded, you have something common ground, right? And Adam, Eve, and the serpent, they have the common grounds, should I say, because they're naked, they see each other, and they assess the question, the Eve's decision, and so they basically study together. Intellectually, they agree on, and they explore the garden. They work from the side to the middle, center, whatever. They go through everything. So their physical capability, they knew it. And right now, after they had the fruit, they made a crime. So they suffer from the consequence together. So in here, God used the throne and the thistle, those kind of obstacles, to increase the difficulty to break their bondings. So he used the hard labor to make a snake, the serpent, feel bad, right? I'm not happy, I eat dust and I crawl my belly. So that's hard labor. Make him regret what he did all the time. And for women, every time when she bearing a baby for 10 months and raise a baby, everything, it's a painful things. For you bearing something you remember forever. For Adam, remember daily because for the food. So these kind of hard labor is a very effective method to help the criminals to recall their things, recall their actions, and try to make internal changes. That's, I believe, the beginning. Also, I think this probably part of the strongest force, strongest energy in the universe, emotion. That's mostly because our intelligence means nothing, but our emotion means a lot. Very far beginning, God, he showed he's the emotional God, and he used emotion to measure things. So good, very good, and when he doesn't feel well, he feels sad or feel angry. It's all emotional expression in the first 3 chapters. And right here, when serpent, women, and the men, they have the emotion start to grow, like angry, blame each other, happy, thinking. It's all kinds of emotion things grow. I think a curse may relate to some kind of emotional change or opposite. It's very mystical topic and very deep. I don't have much like a document I can find, but it's very interesting. I just sense from here, it's a part of knowledge, good and evil, because good and evil is the highest measurement in the universe. But there is something to connect them, to approach them, probably like through emotion research. In here, the painful toy, thorn, tistle, everything indicates our situation changed. 2 things. One, we were the earliest human. We were like good dogs. We get the easy life, and eating, sleep, mating, everything's easy, right? So it's easy living an easy life. But after get cursed, we became a street dog, a bad dog. So we have to go through painful things and get hurts and to survive. However, within these kind of curse, there's still blessing. The reason is, check the tistle. Tistle is some kind of herb. This kind of herb, it will help ease the swollenness and ease the puff. The puff, those, if you have dirt in your wound, you have puff. So when you have the thorn everywhere, hurt your feet, you can use tistle to help you. So blessing and curse are together also. Same thing, painful toy. Adam, he never had that kind of painful toy life for his food. So he take everything so easy, he never thinking, never self-exam, never really go through that stage. But after you have a painful life, painful toy life, labor, sweat to find the food, most people, most human or most barbarian, lay down, right? Sleep. Then expecting wake up a second day, then find the food again, then get tired again, then sleep. Well, if you have enough energy, then have sex, then sleep, then eat. So they repeat this kind of life again and again. That indicates if you don't think. So if you start to think, you use a little bit extra of yourself, start to thinking, and you make a difference. So thinking is not an easy work. Thinking is a extra work beyond your hard labor, beyond your life desire. So you have to put the thinking parts kind of with a little extra effort to overcome yourself, like a hungerness, tiredness. So thinking is beyond your body. That's what I sense. And after you think, you realize your difference, you realize your target, whatever, and then make a difference. So I would say that's find interesting. A lot of philosophers came from very poor situation. They suffer from the hunger, suffer from the pain, painful, unhealthy body, whatever. Then they left their sparkling, their greater thoughts for us. Genesis 3:19. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. From dust you are, and to dust you will return. That's another curse and blessing or hint. I rather say it's a hint, because Adam, it didn't say you must die. It just said like you return to the ground since you are a dust. But if we just a dust, where's our soul? Just you return doesn't mean you die to the end, right? So from here, I kind of like get a little hint is actually our soul is from the ground, from the abyss. Actually, abyss is formed by massive souls. So that explained why right now we have a 7 billion. The soul is individual, unique. Instead of just one soul from Adam, then where's another soul? Everyone has a soul. So it's kind of like a little explanation. The word, the sweat of your brow is interesting. It sets, brow, it's kind of like the top, the ceiling. It sets the limitation, So you sweat, you labor, you're working hard, and you're seeking for the food. Then from logic, previously, what if you're not for the food and you not sweat? Do you have the brow? Do you have the limitation? Yeah, use the same logic. You may not have the brow, right? You may exceed the brow, so you not only eat the food. That's what I understand. So right here is another like a hint. You work hard, you work sweating, you go through all the pain things. If you're just looking for food, if you just stuck with the food, sleep, sex, that's it. You will go to the ground, that's it, done. But if you sink and you can pass the brow with the sweat, with the pain, you pass the brow, you have a new opportunity, new chance to open. It's a fairness. That's what I understand. Because if you work hard, and you get a little overtime, you little overpaid. Yeah, it's called work hard. But if you work hard and you work harder than everybody else, you may get an extra, you get a promotion or something, but you still maybe some change. Okay, maybe some change, maybe be a good people, good soldier, good worker, supervisor, promoted. You have I would say no dramatic change. But if you got an education, help you to think. If you observe, help you to think. If you spend time, a little less sleep, because most of the people, they have a much less sleeper than just labors. So you spend time thinking, observing, education, restructure everything, your behavior, and you pass the brow, and you achieve something. You sweat not just for food, but the end actually same, just to the ground and to the dust to dust. But before you return to the dust, you go through a different path. You experience something different. You experience different landscape. That's, I think, make everybody, the life is unique. So if you think, if you spend more time, extra effort to read, to think, to study, to experience the difference, you will have the difference. You will pass the brow. You're not just for food. You're not just a cursed labor animal until someday you become a dust. That's what I believe. Genesis 3:20. Adam named his wife Eve because she would become the mother of all the living. When you have just two of you, barbarian, or not necessarily just two of you, you don't need a name, right? So you just call like a hey, yeah, wait. You know each other. You know who's calling, you know calling who. There's no necessarily name need. There is no necessarily title needed. So there's no husband, no wife, no Adam, no Eve, because the man called the women called the man. That would be simple. Only two of them. However, that time it happens, I believe it happens before Eve was pregnant. It's pretty soon. So God cursed, say she need to dramatically increase the pain of her pregnancy, right? Then after these things happened, they were kicked out from the garden. So God will bring them or put them into some kind of settlement. So at this moment, they need a name, a title. So they need to be called as Adam and Eve. I don't know what Eve really means. Is it mother of everything, or Eve for me sounds like a more evening. It's more before the dark. Adam sounds like a morning before everything starts. So man and women, naturally they have some kind of similarity and they have some kind of opposite. They are opposite, but they have a similarity. So remember, in the Bible, always at the beginning, always said there is morning, there is day, there is night, there is morning, there is evening. It's good. There is morning, there is evening, there is day, there is night. It is good. So only these four things made a complete circle and make a balanced. So men and the women are very important connected elements within the big circle. What is a day? It represents heavens, and the night maybe represents dark abyss or dark matter. So men and women, they are created and they have the natural function as the connection between heavens and the abyss. That's I understand from this point. They were all the titles are socially needs, and from the moment they kick out from the garden, they were put into the human society. Yeah, when people talk about Eve is the queen of all living things, it was joking. I highly doubt it, because based on the two of the power of two, then you have another power of two, or you have a power of three. You try to multiply, keep going up. Eve cannot generate that many. It's just like we did a little like algorithm before, it's called genetic algorithm. We simulate all the human population at the beginning from 2, try to populate after a couple generations, how many they can populate, and you take off like a natural death, take off disease, take off accident, take off war, all those elements. So you put it in there as a mutation, as the mutation, as all the functions, you put it in there, right? And the elimination, everything. Then after certain generations, see if kind of like right now, if meets 7 billion number. I don't think so, because even we put dramatic World War II, World War One, and those kind of in records, those kind of people, the death number and the starving, all those things. No, it's not. So for 2, it's impossible. I still believe is when you call Eve is the mother of all living things, that's a title, that's a high rank. Or should I say, back that time when God put her into a settlement, when people saw some like people from the plane or from the UFO, I don't know, from the high, right? When they saw God brought a family to them, naturally, this family will have a higher position. You can say the Adam family becomes a royal family, noble family or something. Just you have the high rank in the society because they were given that kind of title because of God take them there. So I think that's the reason. Also, in a tribe, I believe maybe every kid just call Eve mother, but not necessarily biological mother. So that's I think that time they call Eve is every living things. I don't think it happens. Yeah, even she will give a birth like a bee, like a queen of the bee, whatever. No, I don't believe this.